EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, it's Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Play action, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Garoppolo on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 9. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Right back to Juszczyk again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. On the move to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 23. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
23 yards on the play. From the gun, it's Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Another carry here for the fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Sliding out of the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. High throw, but the catch is made. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Let's go now. Jack right. 33, yellow.
That's a run. They're running it.
Ready, go.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
43 rail.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Floating one, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. Open man is Samuel. Complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Drill 52.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill. Complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a three-score game. Tua going to try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jalen Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll bite, and he's going to go down again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stop.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And going deep for Hill. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So a victory here for the